Let's go! Welcome to another episode of the Lucrative Podcast. I am the host, the one and only Magneto 7 in the building. That's me. I'm him. So welcome to another episode of the Lucrative Podcast. I don't know what episode I'm on. I'm on a lot. It's on episode a lot. So I'm just let y'all know ahead of time. It's a lot. I think I'm on 70 something. But anyway, welcome. So hopefully your weekend was great. Mine was different. Again, I've been having a lot of different weekends for like this whole year so far, which is not bad. It's not a bad situation. It's different. I'm going to say that. So as y'all all know, I've been in the middle of, is it litigation? It's not a legal battle. It's not a legal battle, but it is a battle with the county. So what's going on? Not Job County either. I'm just let y'all know. I love y'all. I heart you. But anyway, so I'm working on this building project and we're helping another big content creator build out his space. And it's a big podcast studio and event center and all this stuff. But he hired my company to come do the job. So just like any other commercial business, you got to have the county come out. They tell you exactly what they want you to do and all that stuff. Do you do it? You comply. They let you build. You get paid. And you keep it moving. We love checks. We love checks. I ain't got my, but I don't need the Apple Watch. But anyway, so I've been working on getting everything, all the pieces put together for this show, for this podcast studio. And it's been different. It's been different because, okay, let me let y'all into my world. What do I send it? I'm going to let y'all know. Stay right there. But so this podcast person, I'm not going to say the name. I said the name on last pod, I think. But anyway, this pod person, I'm not saying the name because I might be on their network. I'm just letting y'all know. Hello. But he wants this big, elaborate glass, like some stuff that you would see like in Neiman Marcus. Like that's the caliber of podcast studio that we're building right now for him. So it's a lot. It's a lot. 21 Savage, a lot. It's a whole lot. But I would not trade it for anything. What's up? So where we are now, we're almost in the space of getting everybody over there where we could build it out. The interior design is going to be shortly after that. And then hopefully he could start shooting content maybe mid next month. But it's been different. But something else that happened this weekend, and I'm just let y'all know, because I got a lot that's happened this weekend. What's up? A lot happened this weekend. So I was at Aldi, right? And I was just getting some groceries. And I noticed, y'all might call me shady, call me a narc, call me whatever you want to call me. If I see something going down, I'm not going to get arrested. I'm going to tell. I'm telling. But anyway. So I'm in Aldi on the east side. What's up? Shouts out, see? TikTok said, what's up, Aldi? Hey. So I'm in Aldi on the east side, right? East side Atlanta. Shouts out. And I'm looking around and I think I was getting some pasta or something off the shelf. So I was just getting the pasta and I was like, okay, cool. So y'all know my heart goes to the crackheads. Like I got a special love for crackheads because I ain't gonna say that I do have a family member that's a crackhead. I'm sorry. Tim, we love you, but you know you. But anyway, I'm going, right? I'm getting the pasta. I'm like, yo, we about to get some penne, some penne tonight. I'm cooking them joints. We're gonna put some of that little wine and joint on. I can cook. So as I turn around from getting the pasta, I see this crackhead. And the crackhead got a big bubble coat on. So I'm like, first off, it's 80 degrees outside. It is 80 degrees outside. Mr. Crackhead, man, why do you have a bubble coat on? I'm going to tell you why he had a bubble coat on. The crackhead had a bubble coat on because he was stuffing Ajax, paper towels. He had some syrup. I was just like, so I'm sorry. Me being who I am, I had to get proof. So I got two phones. What you expect? So I pulled my phone out and have y'all call me a creep if you want to. I'm not a creep. I promise I'm not. But I pull my phone out and I'm holding it like that. Have y'all ever did that? Y'all be walking through the store. Have you ever done that? Walk through the store, pull the phone out, you try to hold it close, like you trying to look at something, but you really trying to get that shot that's right over there. So I hold my phone up and I'm just following them like this. So my boy, my boy was racking up. So the crackhead starts to go out. And I guess his coat had got full enough. So he was like, all right, it's time up. You know, I done got too much. I'm good. So he starts to walk out of Aldi with all the stuff he's starting to steal in his coat. He this big. Keep in mind, he's a crackhead about that big. So the security guard that's working at Aldi is the same size. So it's two little toothpick little men. Two little toothpick men fighting. So the dude comes up. He says, hey, man, what you got in your coat? That's what the security guard said. So the crackhead said, ain't got nothing in my coat. What you mean? So it was like a little small scrapple. It was the funniest thing you can see on a Sunday afternoon. It was hilarious. So I was just like, yo, if he get out of here with all that merchandise that he about to get, then he's a good one. Crackheads win. Hey, shouts out to the crack. I got to give the crackheads some claps. Have you ever thought about this too? Crackheads are like the healthiest people in the world. Like, have you ever thought about that? Like, this is not promoting crack, YouTube. I'm just letting you know. I'm just saying. But crackheads, like, they're the healthiest people. Like, they got good lungs. They be having muscles. Calf muscles be crazy. Great diet. All right, I'm done. I'm done with the crackhead. But needless to say, he did get out of Aldi with the merchandise. I don't even know why I'm giving him a clap. I don't know why I'm giving him a clap. But he made it out of Aldi with the merchandise. So the little security guard's like, man, that mother always come in here and steal stuff. So I said, you know me, I gotta instigate a little bit. The Scorpio in me would not let the moment pass without saying something. So I said, so if the crackheads come in here, I promise, I got real stuff to talk about, but I got to sum this weekend up. So I said, if a crackhead comes in here, steals some merch, y'all just gotta let him run out. So he's like, man, no chase law. So I was like, wow. I said, so how does it work? He said, so if we catch him in the back of the store while he's stealing the stuff, and before he crossed the register, before he crossed this threshold, we could get him. I said, so I could have tackled him and helped y'all out. So he was like, we don't encourage the customers to tackle the crackhead. But yeah, you could have helped us out. I was like, all right, my bad, dog. But yeah, he put some numbers on the board this weekend. Shouts out to you. So that was my weekend. We're gonna go ahead because I be eating up time, and I know everybody on YouTube be like, bro, just get to what we're gonna talk about. So this week, I got a lot to talk about. What am I gonna name this one? I think it's episode 74. Let's name this. What are you committed to? Or commitments. All right, I like that one. I like that. What are you committed to or commitments? We're going one of those. All right, so as the week has gone by, as we're out of the pandemic, now we're getting into the recession. Y'all already know. You know what time it is. Been talking about this for a minute. I noticed that a lot of people's attitudes towards commitment has been a little stale, right? Because I'll take it back to the 90s. Everybody, if you're a 90s baby and you're in the room, say, what's up, holla. So if you are a person that came from the 90s, you knew off the rip your commitments. Basics. Clean your room up, because it's a given. If you don't clean your room up, then you're going to get in trouble. You're going to get in trouble. You get the whooping. Get out the shower. Get out the bathtub. Mom, I'm sorry. I got to tell them about this. I'm sorry. But you get out the bathtub with that skin soft. The skin soft and wet. Then whoosh, you didn't clean your room up. I knew it was coming. You felt it. You knew it was coming because your commitment was cleaning your room up. Did you go a little bit further? Did you get in college? Well, some of y'all didn't go to college, but say grade school, get into high school. You knew that your commitment was getting that homework done, passing the grade so you can get out of school. You don't do the work, you don't get out of school, guess what? Drop out. Congratulations, you lost it. You know? Then you get into adulthood. If you don't, you got to commit to paying your bills on time. And if you don't pay your bills on time, you get bad credit. If you get bad credit, you can't get approved for stuff. If you don't pay your power bill, then guess what? Your power get turned off. It's repercussions for everything. But it's a form of commitment. Now, we're in the space of options. Commitments are not commitments no more. Commitments are options, right? You have the option to pay for something in full, or you could do afterpay. You can pay for something after the fact. You get the stuff first, and you pay for it after. Back in the 90s, and it still might exist now. I haven't laid away anything in a long time. But in the 90s, you had to lay away that joint at the store. Say, Mama, did you pay on it? Mama, did you pay on it? Mama, did you pay on it? Did you pay on it? Yeah. Boy, I paid on it. You're going to have a Christmas. Yeah. Guess what? Christmas time comes, you pay off the layaway, you get whatever you've been paying on, and it's free and clear. Now, Afterpay gives you the option. What? No, I could technically pay on it, but I'm going to just go ahead and get it first. They're just going to give it, they're going to send me the product, and I pay on it, and then I'm good. Options. Same thing. This option vehicle goes all the way from finances to relationships. Think about it. When we were just in college, you had the option. Your option was be cool or not be cool. Be cool or be a lame. If you're a lame, because when we were coming up, and this sounds like an old pod. I'm not even trying to date it. I'm sorry, y'all. But when you were coming up and you were in high school or college or whatever, you had to have a little bit of game. You had to be funny. You had to know how to talk a little bit. You had to smell decent. You can't be stinking. Then you had to have a little bit of just pizzazz about yourself. But if you didn't, then what happens? Whatever it was you were trying to get, whether it was the boy or the girl, you wasn't going to get them because they're like, you lame. Pass. Now, we got the option to look cool. You got Instagram, you got TikTok, you got Facebook, you got Twitter, you got, what's the other one? Snapchat. I saw y'all. Snapchat is low-key the creep / sneaky link site. Y'all ain't gonna trick me. Everybody that be on Snapchat, I'm sorry. Y'all know what y'all doing. Y'all know not, so you do not. But anyway, so now we're in the space of having options, and I feel like it messes up everybody's idea of what commitment looks like. So one thing I want to say, I want everybody to start challenging old ideas, right? I think if we start challenging old ideas like me, for instance, I'll take me, for instance. Great. I'm a good example. If knowing all of the responsibilities that I have right now, if I chose to just do music again, that is very selfish of me, and that is me entertaining an old idea that I expect to deliver for me and provide. Well, music can provide, it can deliver, but it's more like a little bonus hit now, right? Because along with that commitment piece, labels, managers, agents, they don't have to be committed to the producer no more. They can find a new producer like that. I can't snap good. I'm sorry, y'all. But they can find somebody new easily, very easily. So why do they have to be committed to you to help you win, to help provide for your family? Another idea that would be an old idea is you can work one regular job and see all the money that you want to see right now. Now, I have to put context to that. Yes, you can work a regular job and expect for it to provide if you are in the, let's say, medical field. It's possible. If you are in a contractor field, I'm a witness. It's possible. You can have that one job provide for you, but I guarantee you that job is not going to be a regular job for you. A job that's going to provide six figures and up is going to be more of a job that you have to treat as a small business. You're going to have to take some type of ownership in helping the company grow, um, which is, again, commitment. Along with commitment, I like to bring up attitude, right? And I got this is about somebody. I ain't gonna tell you who it's about, but the attitude that you have towards the commitment. How do you feel like? How do you feel if you have a employee? I just love using business terms because it just keeps coming up. But how would you feel if you have an employee that comes into your space, into your business, and they have the attitude of city girls? I'm gonna end up meeting one of them at some point, and they're gonna cuss me out, but it's cool. But if you have an employee that comes into your business and they have the attitude of the city girls, you're gonna be like, mm, I don't think this is gonna work out. Let me help you find the proper job placement for your skill. Yo, business people know how to learn. They learn how to finesse the game. But yo, like, yeah, you got to know what the attitude of the person is towards your business. Because if they have the bad attitude towards your business, they're gonna tank your business in a heartbeat. It's gonna be done. Now, along with the attitude and the old habits and the old ideas, how can we start switching up, or how can we start switching out the old ideas for the new ideas? And that's something that I've had to, I guess, work on myself, right? Because I'm an all in type of person. When you're an all in type of person, you will fight to the end. If you fight, and when I say fight to the end, I'm talking about like if something comes up in your life and you're a go get it type of person, you're not gonna stop. You're gonna keep going. You're gonna have all of everything that's try to come against you to stop you from doing what you're gonna do. You're gonna keep going. I'm a witness. It just is what it is. But let's say this. Let's say this. And I always like to go back in childhood years because I feel like when you tackle those elementary, middle school, childhood years, then you kind of have an idea of why you're doing what you're doing now, right? So let's say you're in your childhood years and everybody knows you for being a great singer. No, I don't want to use that. Let's say everybody knows you for being good with numbers and mathematics, right? So they say, oh, little JJ. I'm sorry, I got to use a hood name. But that's all I got right now. But yeah, little JJ good on with math, and he probably gonna do some good things. More than likely, everybody that's in your space, in your family space, is gonna say, well, since he's good with math, he might need to be an accountant, or he might be an engineer. Those are like the top two careers that people will probably try to push on people, right? So now all of your life, you start to say, well, I'm good with math. I must be an engineer. I'm good with math. I'm da 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 da, which is good, right? But let's say that's not what you're meant to do. You throw that monkey wrench in there. So you're good with math, but maybe you're supposed to be a motivational speaker. You're good with math, but maybe you're supposed to be a musician. And y'all know I never choose music as the option for like real money up front, right? But let's just say you're good with math, but maybe you were supposed to be an architect. Nah, it's still kind of related. But just anyway, you see what I'm saying? At some point, you're gonna get through your 20s doing the same career, get to your get through your 30s doing the same career, and you're gonna say, I'm unhappy right now. I don't feel like nothing that I'm doing is what I'm supposed to be doing right now. I wake up every day hating doing what I'm doing. How's that feel? You feel me, Pamela? What's up? How does that feel? So I like to always give people the option to relive childhood. Even the trauma. The trauma that you went through in your childhood is for something. You can use it for something. Now, I'm not one of those people that say, whatever bad happened, somebody messaged you when you was a kid. That was meant to happen to you, and then you're gonna use that to your event. No, I'm not one of those people. Because I feel like it's a lot of nasty people in the world, and it's a lot of people that don't care about kids. And speaking of, Did y'all see the guy? And I really don't even want to talk about it, but I have to expose what I view as mental health. I feel like is all. I talked about the deficit last week, right? The deficits and all this stuff. You have a relational deficit, it's gonna push you to do this. You have a family deficit, it's gonna push you to do this. Money deficit charge makes you do this. I talked about that last week, right? So this time I want to say this. What happens when the person has been living in a deficit for the last 20 years? And then they have a episode come up like the guy, I'm not even going to look for his name. I will look for the little girl's name. But he's on the phone with the girlfriend. Henceforth, you should still get married before you have a kid, but that ain't my business. Anyway, that might be my old Christian traditional values. But like, yo, okay, so the guy's on the phone on FaceTime with his girlfriend and their daughter, and he has his arm around the little girl's neck, and you know what he does. And he's telling the girl, you made me do this. No. What happened is you didn't know how to process your anger. You didn't know how to process your emotions. And it was a disconnect somewhere. So for the sake of the next generation and everybody coming up after you, I really want to challenge everybody I'll say in our 25s and up. Like, yo, just start thinking about how you're processing everything, all your emotions. I will be an advocate of counseling and therapists, but I don't know that therapists will always help you coach yourself. I had joined a husband group a while ago. I don't know how many of them watch the pod. If y'all do, welcome. Thank you for supporting. But I had joined a husband group a while ago because the only options and the only examples that I had of from being a husband was my granddaddy and maybe some of the church guys, right? But as far as the direct exchange, what a husband looks like, what a healthy marriage looks like, I had to like join a group so I could learn. Okay, how do y'all do this? Cause what I'm doing is just give me a headache. I'm not doing it right. But the group started to teach me how to coach myself, coach my family, coach my wife, and all that stuff, and get us into the space of I feel like I got to hide this part of me to okay, so it's fine, it's okay to be transparent. I had to learn how to be that way. It wasn't easy. And then fellas, y'all know as soon as we feel like a lady about to shut down, we be like, all right, cool, do your thing. I'm out. I'm gonna head out. All of us fellas know how that feel, but it's like, yo, okay, that's a form of us running away from the commitment, which is marriage in this case. Then you start to not think about what happens if you take yourself out of the equation. If you got kids, what does that look like for them? If you have employees and your partner owns a part of the business, what does that look like for them? Y'all gonna dissolve the company? Now you just messed up 5 other people, 10 other people's households because y'all two didn't know how to get along. No, learn how to do some processing. No, learn how to resolve your issues. New habits. All right. I got one thing right here. It says replace the negative time consumers and activities with productive things that'll push you forward, that'll push you towards the things that you want. All right. I feel like I've been talking about this 1,000 times back to back, but I'll say it again. If we use our phones or technology as a decoy for everything. I'll say everything because I feel like I've done it before. I ain't gonna lie. If I'm having a bad day, I just get on the phone, start scrolling. That was funny. Send it to myself. Uh, versus sitting quiet, sit in peace and quiet, and start to think. I actually started doing this. What about? But I started doing this earlier in my husband group. I think it was in January. But I was saying I wanted everybody to go on a radio fast, right? And I only wanted the guys to go on a radio fast because I wanted them to occupy their drive time with something that was going to feed them, right? So I was talking about doing a whole lot of Myron Golden. Everybody knows I love Myron Golden. Um, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki, Richest Man in Babylon. I was just all these books that you can now have as an audio book. I was telling them instead of listening to the radio, start listening to this. I've been doing this for the past 2017, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. I've been doing this for 6 years. Hey, Mom. But I've been doing this for 6 years. And I didn't even do it on purpose. Like, I knew that I needed to start changing something up. My mindset was screwed up but just because the way the music business works, the music business does not teach you how to pursue your career and maintain a healthy family relationship or a family dynamic. Music business tells you, do what you need to do, get to the top. When you get to the top, everybody can get paid. Everybody get, just like athlete. It's the same situation. It teaches you to go run after the ball. You go get the ball, you get the deals, and you get your contracts and all that stuff. You get all the endorsement deals. And now, what's your family look like? What's your family dynamic look like? Probably trash because it was all about you. It's weird psychology. I talked about that last year, right? But I was telling the guys, I said, I want y'all to go on a radio fast because I want y'all to feed yourselves with positive enforcers. If you have people that's around you that's not necessarily in the space where you need to go, then you got to find it. And I'm not one of them people that's good with excuses. I'm sorry. Like, you try to give me an excuse, I'm going to give you 1,000 options that's counteractive to that excuse. I'm just one of those, right? So I was telling the guys, I said, if y'all start doing a radio fast, stop. Don't listen. And I'm not saying, like, if you don't listen to Drake, y'all know I love Drake. I love the toxic male energy. But while I work out, I listen to Drake while I work out. I listen to Future while I work out. I'm not listening to that on my ride, on my commutes home to work to the house. I'm not. I'm listening to all of these people that's hit hundreds of millions and up. And not because my aim is to make hundreds of millions, but my mindset. We have to put ourselves in the place where we need to go, mindset wise, right? So let's replace those negative time consumer activities with positive reinforcers. Next thing I want to talk about, use something that was supposed to be, I don't want to talk about that one yet. I wish I could see some of my notes. My notes be crazy. All right, let's talk about this. Use something to your advantage that was supposed to take away from you, right? Let everything that was supposed to be bad build you up. I think my family does a great job at that. So I don't know if I have some stories, but my mom would be like, But I'll just say this. All right, so it's I think it happens in every black family, not just black. I got some white friends. I'm sure it happened to them too. But if it's something like you're in that deficit season, right? And everybody knows when you're in deficit, especially money. If you're in money deficit, it just gets real. It's a whole different type of pressure that comes along with that, right? So I think that's the perfect opportunity for us to let that season build us up. I feel like the most creative people come from the broke seasons, right? I don't think okay, and I'm telling you from experience. I promise. So in my super broke season, in a super broke season, I remember I would just find random side jobs. I was just find them. Like I was on Craigslist. I was everywhere. I was starting to get creative with what to do. It was one job I had. I'm not incriminating myself. It's not illegal. It's not weed. It's not cocaine. It's none of that stuff. It was a real job technically. So y'all know how you know how you had a job, or have y'all been on I'm gonna say on the expressway, or you had a stop sign, and did you see this little sign in the grass that say "We buy used cars"? That was your boy's job right there. That was one of my jobs, and what told me something told me. I would say something. I can't say God because I can't blame that on God. That was just some of my stupidness. But something told me, bruh, if you want to go do this side job and they tell you, oh, it's like third shift, you got to work at night. yo, they hit me with you got to work at night. So I leave the house like 9 o'clock at night, and they say, all right, you gotta hang 50 signs, and you gonna get roughly, I think it was like $1 a sign, so it's $50 a night. So I was like, okay, that's all right, that's good money. And I had I think I had a Honda at the time, but I would go out and with a stapler, bam, I was hitting the trees like bam, 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 bam. Took a picture of it. Hey, signs hung up. Let me get the $50. Get the $50. Keep it moving. One night they said, hey, we're going to do 100. We're going to start doing 100 signs a night. I was like, yes, sir. Sign me up. The one thing, it was two things that happened with that job. Two things happened with that job that got me off. One of them was the building burnt down, and then they found out there was some illegal stuff going on in the building. I ain't had nothing to do with that. That was on them. But another thing was I was in the country. I'm sorry, all of my white listeners, this is not about you. I love you. This is not about you. But I was in the country, right? And I soon found out later by one of my coworkers. They said, oh, yeah, when Oprah came down to Georgia and did that, she did that show with the Ku Klux Klan. It was in that area right there. I was like, oh. I said, oh, I almost got it. I almost got it bad. So this particular night, I was out and I actually had Shamil with me, and we were riding. That's like, I'm hanging these signs up. It was $100 night too. This is $100 night. So I had the signs and I was jumping out, going ahead, pop out, pop out, pop out, pop out, jump back in the car, keep going. So I see this big truck. It felt like a movie, yo. I might make a movie about it. And I don't know how to hype it up. But this big truck comes up behind us. I think it was like a big old Chevy or something with the lights on the top of the roof. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Like the country trucks. So the truck pulled up behind us and said, what you doing out here? I said, what? Wait, who? I'm you? I'm the you that you talking about? Yeah, you. What you doing out here? I was like, I'm just hanging these signs up, just doing my job. That's littering. So I was like, no, it's not. No, it's not. I'm not littering. I'm just hanging the signs up. If you don't get out of here, I'm gonna call the police right now. So they had the phone right here, and this is before phones were HD and 4K and all that stuff. So they was just following me with the phone. So I was like, I'm gonna still hang these signs up. Bop, 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 bop. So, of course, my wife's sitting in the car, like, and she a hothead. She way worse than me. So she's like, who they talking to? I'm like, wait. Don't hype them up. Just let me hang these signs up so we get this $100 right quick and get out of here. So they followed us and kept following us. What up, Beaver? They kept following us, I want to say for a good 15, 20 minutes or so. We got out of there and I started back. I hung the rest of the signs up, got my $100 for the night. But anyway, that was one of those bad situations where we were in a deficit and I needed the money, and that was one of the jobs. Another thing I want to say: let the bad seasons train you. Let the bad seasons teach you. Right? I don't think it's nothing. It's nothing like somebody that's in a down season that has that time to plan and troubleshoot. Right? I remember when I was in college, they used to tell me this is gonna be the only time that you get a chance to practice and play the piano as much as you want to, because after this, it's a job. And of course, at the time, I was like, "Yo, it's still a job right now. I just need to get out of college. I'm done. Like I'm practicing. I think I was practicing like 4 hours a day. That was my requirement. 4 hours of practice a day. But guess what? They wasn't lying. The more busier you get, it ain't time to practice. You don't have time to think. Today alone, I think I did, and I went live on Instagram earlier. So I was just like, yo, my day started at 5:15 this morning. I worked from 7 to 3:30. After that, I had to go to the property that we're working on. Had to pick up some of the materials because we got an inspection coming through on that property. After I did that, got home, unpacked the stuff from the property. Then I had to go over my notes for tonight's podcast. Then have a little bit of family time, and then now I'm here with y'all. And it's now 11:10, and I'm probably not going to finish until like this show comes out tomorrow or today, or however you want to say it. And it's the editing process. I have to hire more people to do some of this stuff. But this is the down season technically for me. If you think about this, think about Steve Harvey. Steve is like, I don't know how he doing it, but like it's possible. Look at Puffy. My mom loved Puffy. Sean Combs, call me. But like, let this season train you on what you need to do. Build your schedule. Build the consistency. If you know you got to work out, I got 30 minutes a day right here. Bam, 30 minutes gonna always be there. I'm gonna always work out at that time. When that time comes up, that's my workout time. This is my planning time. My planning time is on Sundays because Sunday evenings is like kind of my chill time. So I'll plan for the whole week on that Sunday, right? You got to let the down season train you on how to be consistent. And I will say this: the inconsistencies of the inconsistencies that people try to use, right? I'll say that. I know a lot of people try to say, well, I got all of this drama and trauma and my family. I didn't have a mom. I didn't have a dad. I didn't have a family that believed in me. Whatever people want to use, all the excuses, let that build you up. Let all of the stuff that you would use as an excuse build you up. Because what happens is this, and I've said it before, people don't want to follow somebody and back something that the person don't believe in themselves. So if you feel like you're going to be a millionaire and you displaying crackhead, Mom, you can't tell me about the crackhead. But if you know you say you want to be a millionaire, but you're displaying $10 tendencies, ain't nobody gonna follow that. Don't nobody want to follow that. They want to follow somebody that got some structure. Oh, he said he gonna make $1 million, and right now, oh, he wearing that, he drive that, they did this, he headed towards 1 million. Let me get on the train. Right? That's how it works. People are not going to follow something that they don't view as headed in the right direction. All right. Now this is one of my last things. I am approaching an hour, but if you got questions on TikTok, please save your questions, post them in the feed. Facebook, I don't know who's here. If you got questions, post them, please. But another thing, what type of mindset do you have right now? At this moment, on, what is this, March 29th, well, 30th, because this one's going to be out, March 30th, what type of mindset do you have? Do you have a mindset of a person that's going to continue to use excuses for the next 10 years to hold you back? Or is your mindset getting into the space of, well, I did use that as an excuse, but now I see that I use that as an excuse. With the whole weight thing, I use being a dad and being busy as I contributed that to what up, Dre? I contributed that to being overweight. I said, yo, I don't have no time. I'm a dad. What we cook in the house, we eat the hearty meals, the hearty. I never been able to say that word right, but we be cooking these meals, and that's what's keeping me out of shape. Yo, nah. At some point, again, people will follow what they see you doing, right? My wife saw that I was eating salads all the time. Oh, so you just ain't gonna eat with us? Nope, not. Because right now in this season, I have to have the mindset of a person that's going to be disciplined to get the results that I need to see. Oh, so you ain't gonna go out to lunch with us today? At my job, we got it's a restaurant, a shameless plug. I ain't been there in about 3 years now, but it's called AJ's. AJ's will get the best wings. You're gonna get the wings, you're gonna get the macaroni and cheese, you're gonna get the fried fish, you're gonna get all the heart cluttering, artery clogging foods, you're gonna get that at AJ's. But it's good. Tastes good. But I was like, nah, I ain't going. I'm good. I'm gonna have this smoothie right quick. Then it gets from I'm gonna just do this to, oh, now they say, well, I know you ain't gonna come. That's I kind of love that now. When your coworkers or family or whoever says, well, I know you ain't gonna eat that. Or so and so coming, they ain't gonna eat that. That's kind of irritating for me a little bit though. It's like coming to my space. They ain't gonna. But anyway, yeah, he ain't gonna eat that because where he's at and his discipline and how he takes care of his body, he's gonna eat this type of stuff. Let me call him. Yo, what's up? You gonna eat this? Yeah, we gonna have some fried fish. All right, I eat it for one day. It's cool. Do your thing, right? But when you build that reputation of delivering, I said that last week too, but when you build the reputation of delivering and having the mindset of a person that's going to win, people going to follow it. I'm a witness. I promise. Now, what do you need to do or what do you need to start doing to get from one place to another? Is it communication? Oh no, that was actually, okay. So I've been talking about AI, and I'm only going to touch this for a little hot second. Randomly, before I get on this topic, so y'all know I've been talking about AI for like, I'm gonna say 2 pods, right? And I posted about it, whatever. So why did I get an email from AI? It said, I'm here to be your friend. I was like, wait. This is weird. It's weird. I got email from AI. I don't know what it is, but it says, "Hi, Michael. I'm here to be your friend. I think we have to have an understanding." I'm like, I don't have to understand nothing. No, but where AI is, how it's being developed is going to be different. I'll say that. Taking it out of music world, right? And this is just, what's it called? I think it's deepfake.com or deepfake something, whatever. But it's a company that does the voiceovers from the people, from the real people, and make it AI. So I like to submit to you this. What if it's a robbery happening, right? And we know who it is. We see the person on camera. We see the person on camera. We know who it is. We know what they sound like. And the real person that we thought it was on camera is at the house, chilling, eating some ice cream, chilling with their family. Cops come in and say, "Hey, we saw you. You're identified in this so and so, and here you go, come to jail. You're locked up. Got to do 10 years, whatever. I didn't do it. Prove it." Guess what? AI will have the ability to. We already been given all of our electronics, our faces, our thumbprints. We've been groomed to give AI everything. Think about, and I'm not trying to be a conspiracy theorist. I'm not going there today. I'm not going there tonight. But just think about it. We've been giving them everything. They got our social. when we have to go apply for stuff. They got our addresses, They got our voices because guess what? Everybody posted something on the ground. Everybody doing a FaceTime. If you ain't FaceTiming and you call somebody on the phone, I know y'all had the bot calls. What you think bot calls are? It's AI. You say hello, they can mimic your voice. Voila. So you group that with musicians. You group that with the legal system. You group that with identification. I don't like it. I'm just saying. But and the funny thing is I got some tech friends too. My tech friends will say, man, it's cool, man. AI's here to help everything be smoother and work faster, whatever. But again, I don't subscribe to anything or anybody having complete control over you. I think we talked about this last week, but who's to say that AI can't go run it up on your account? I got the funny story, and I think it was either James or Dimitri. One of them said something about it, but so we were in the front room, right? The front room is like a good little ways from the girls' room, right? So we were in the front room and we saw the TV change. So it was like, wait, what? We got Alexa. I meant to add that. What is Alexa? AI. What is Siri? AI. But we're in the front room. The TV just starts to change, and it goes to night. It says nighttime sleeping music. It starts to pop up on the TV. So I'm like, wait. So we looking like I ain't changed that. And I think Shamir told me about it happening once before, where the TV just started changing channels. So I was like, I don't like that. And then there's something else. That's why I say AI can run it up on your account. So we were just talking. We didn't say, Alexa, do this. We didn't say nothing. And I done went in because I like technology. But we done went in. We got the smart thermostat. We got the smart TVs and all that stuff, right? So we're just talking and said, yeah, we need to go get some batteries for the remote at some point. And because the remote's starting to die for this TV. And lo and behold, batteries show up on the front stoop. Whose account it charged? Mine. Who ordered it? Alexa. I said, again, I'm not cussing this season because YouTube is demonetizing cussing videos. But the first word that I had in mind was a cuss word. Because it's like, wait, she ordered batteries for the remote, which we didn't need it. It was convenient. But I didn't like the fact that my account was attached to the Amazon account, which was charged, which she gave them the address and all that stuff, sent batteries. So what happens if this happens, right? And I talked about this before because y'all know everybody that's on TikTok or that was on Instagram, y'all know I've been looking at Teslas for a minute. I love Teslas drive good. I like the idea. It was just cool. Like I got a big iPhone in the middle of the of the car. I got a big iPhone right there. So I was like, I want to get a Tesla for my 40th birthday. But now I'm like, because guess what happens? And I was just going to touch on this. I wasn't even going to lay on AI for a long time. What happens if you get an electric car? You got an electric thermostat, which we do. I mean, not electric, but you got the smart thermostat. You get smart lights, because I'm going to put a smart light on my shed out back because it's nice. And then we get the pool lit and all that stuff. I was going to put everything on the automatic, everything, right? Pool, everything. What happens if they say it's another pandemic in the next 5 years, right? Let's say another one happens. And they say, all right, curfew, we want y'all to stay at the house. Stay at the house, and we'll let y'all know when y'all come back out. If everybody wants to get some food, we'll get the food sent to you, but stay at the house. And everybody's like, I ain't doing that. I'm not going nowhere. Like, I am going somewhere. I'm going to the grocery store. I'm going to go to Walmart. I even talked about Walmart starting to turn into, everything is a setup. It's a transition. Oh, I don't want to talk about this that much, but it's a transition from this to that. I'll say that. It's a transition from this to that. And they say, and I always say they because I'm not going to get flagged, but y'all know who they are. If you don't know who they are, just ask me in the feed and I'll tell you who they are. You know who they are. So they say, we all stay at the house. If y'all don't stay at the house, we're going to just shut it down. You're going to say, you ain't shutting nothing down. They've already implemented the idea of everybody having to have an electric car by a certain year, right? So if everybody has an electric car, they say, all right, you know what? Everybody don't want to listen. Let's push the button on these beep. Push the button. Your car don't work. Why? Because it's electric. You don't have a gas car. Your electric is it's on the grid. They can turn that. They can turn it off, right? All right. So okay, you don't do that. You still want to leave the house. You want to walk out the house. We got little robot dogs. We got cameras in all of our telephone poles. We got AI telling us all your location. So stay at the house because we said so. Stay at the house. Oh, you still want to do that? All right, cool. Done that. All right, what happens next? We don't have paper money. Y'all see where this going? There's no more paper money. All right. All your money that you want to spend it on Cash App, Venmo, Zelle, all this stuff that's technically been grooming us to use cryptocurrency. But I'm just say, all right, you know what? You don't want to listen? All right, turn the card off. Oh, you still want to act all right? Turn the electricity off. I'm sure the gas and water and all that stuff will be automated at some point. Yo, it's a deep hole. I'm going to have somebody. I got a special guest that I am going to interview about this. And that's going to be a fire interview. But mindset. Ain't nobody post nothing. You ain't post you ain't post nothing. All right. So y'all just going to let me go. All right. It's cool. It's cool. It's cool. But look at where we are and figure out what next looks like for you, right? I've been talking to the musicians for a while and the artists and for a while. And I say, yo, the only way you can combat a lot of this stuff that's about to happen is build communities. If you build communities of people, it's kind of like the old school days. If you know that little JoJo down the street is good with carpentry, you can patronize his business and he can feed his family and you got what you want. If you got so-and-so down the street like us, we got chickens. Well, we got one chicken now. Rest in peace, the first chicken. Yo, that's a whole nother conversation. But anyway, you know so-and-so down the street got chickens. They can get some eggs. Pay them for them eggs, right? Start building the communities together. Because what's happening right now is all meant to take everybody apart. Family dynamics, mom and dads, everything, friendships. It's not made to push us towards each other. And I know Mark, will say this, and that's why I want to talk about this. I got 5 minutes to talk about it. But why do y'all think all of the big dogs are saying it's time to go back to work? Yeah, one of the chickens passed, dog. Rest in peace, Princess. You know what I mean? But it's still here. But Princess gone. She didn't make it. I think she had worms in the stomach. But anyway, I go off on the tangent. Why do y'all think Mark and Elon and everybody is like, yo, it's time to come back to work. It's time to come back to work. I don't want y'all working remotely from the house no more. It's time to get back in where team building is necessary. They know it too. Everybody that's in that higher upper echelon of like billionaire status, they know like we got to have the people in the office. Because what's going to happen is all of those distractions are going to get worse and worse and worse. And then people are going to be like this. The productivity of everybody's company is going to go down. And they're going to be like, all right, it's time to fire some folk. And once we do fire them, guess who's going to take their job? Y'all already know. I'm going to probably get another email from whoever the AI was. Like, You're talking about me again. Let's meet, Michael. But yeah, I do feel like to wrap everything up, I do feel like that some people are being smart about where we are. Um, the recession is here. Like, I don't think a lot of people have the wool over their eyes. They're paying attention. Now, whether they're doing something about it, that's a whole nother situation. But we know, we know. Last moments. I want to also make sure I have a social media person that told me to please tell people to like, share, subscribe every feed. I'm sorry, y'all. I be forgetting. I just be trying to jump in, jump out because I have an hour tops, and after the hour jumps, I'm like, all right, I'm getting into my time. But please like, share, subscribe every pod. I think I'm up. I think everybody that's listening on YouTube, thank you. I think we've grown. Hold on, let me look it up because I want to shout I'm not gonna shout everybody's name out, but um, YouTube is really growing this week, and I'm like super happy that that's happening. But YouTube. Oh, we got 1,700 people at YouTube. Now let me tell y'all this. This is why this is a big deal, and that's not a lot for. I don't call myself an influencer, right? I just call myself a person that's smart and that pays attention. I just like for people to be informed about stuff. But when I first started podding, this was probably 2015. I stopped everything I teach on. I teach from like experience. I stopped at 2015. Just imagine if I would have kept going, but I'm here now. It is what it is. But I stopped for all these years, and I would upload maybe a music video every now and then. But when I first started back podding, which would be 2 years ago in June, it was only 180 subscribers. And I feel like a lot of them were dummy accounts. Like they were never there. Like they never said nothing. But now I have 1,700 people following the Mad Lucrative podcast. Thank y'all. That's beautiful. Beautiful. I feel love. I feel love. I don't see no questions on Facebook or TikTok. So until next week, I will holler and peace.